I've had some problems, some great and some small. You being God delivered me from them all. I still can't believe all the ways you made. An incredible God deserves an incredible praise. Welcome back to your HBCU College Football Wrap-Up for Week 10 on your Spiritual Sports segment on a Sunday. Alliteration, I love it. On CEEJAY. Sports.com, where I give you your sports twisted spiritually. I'm CJ. Let's make it do, what it do. What a sensational weekend for college football, and the HBCUs were putting it down just like that. As I kick off this wrap-up show with the MEAC, as they had 5 games starting with Howard hammering Hampton 20-10 as Terrence LaFall rushed the rock for 182 ground-pounding yards and 2 TDs. The Aggies of North Carolina A&T put a snake bite on the Rattlers of Florida A&M 16-3 as Devontae Grant had the lone interception of the game for a score. North Carolina Central needed overtime to get past Delaware State 23-20 to celebrate their homecoming with the win, with the TD pass to go along with 126 yards from Jordan Reed, while Norfolk State dominated Savannah State 33-21 as quarterback Nico Flores accounted for a total of 329 yards with his arm and with his feet and a score. And the mighty Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman was tied 10-all at halftime against Morgan State. However, put the pedal to the metal in the second half and crushed the Bears 24-13 as Isidore Jackson pushed his way for 111 yards and a score. Popping HBCU marching 90s over to the SWAC, as they also had 5 games that kicked off, starting with Alabama A&M. Offense struggling, but they eked out the 1-point win over Southern 24-23 in overtime as Deontay Mason had 96 passing yards and 2 TDs by air and 1 by land. Mississippi Valley State pummeled, pulverized, and pasted. Alliteration, I love it. Alcorn State 33-9 as Trey Batiste only rushed for 59 yards but had not 1, not 2, but 3 TDs. Alabama State demolished Prairie View 35-21 as Daniel Duhart passed for 192 yards and 2 TDs, while Arkansas Pine Bluff literally spanked Texas Southern in their homecoming game 49-3. Now, who scheduled that? As Benjamin Anderson had 265 passing yards and count 'em, 1, 2, 3, 4 TDs. A little love for my Spanish-speaking brothers and sisters. And Jackson State literally smoked, literally smothered, and literally smacked Grambling State upside the head 53-17 with Clayton Moore passing for 257 yards and 2 TDs. And for a couple of few non-MEAC SWAC scores, Tennessee State was throttled and thrashed and tamed by Murray State 49-28. Elizabeth State eked out the 1-point win 14-13 over Bowie State. Johnson C. Smith routed and ran Livingstone back from whence they came from 57-6. Ouch. While Morehouse State outmuscled Kentucky State 55-7. Another ouch. And in the Fountain View Classic, Fort Valley State lambasted Albany State 38-20. For your Week 10 standings in the MEAC, Bethune-Cookman reigns supreme at the top of the mountain as number 1, as they are undefeated in the conference. North Carolina Central is 2nd, and Howard is now 3rd. And in the SWAC, Alabama State sits in the King's Chair at number 1. Alabama A&M has the same conference record and better overall record, but they were beaten by A&M on October 27th, so hence they are number 2. And Jackson State is 3rd in the East. And in the West, Arkansas Pine Bluff remains number 1, and Prairie View is 2nd with a losing record. Thanks for tuning in to your HBCU wrap-up for Week 10 on CJSports.com, and make sure you give me that follow on Twitter at CJSports and like me on Facebook at CJAct. Tune in tomorrow for more updates on your next spiritual sports segment, where I sprinkle a little spirituality. in your sports. I'm CJ. Be blessed, and remember that trouble don't last always, and have a stupendous Sunday. And with 2 days left to vote in this most critical election, please vote or shut up.